Joining me now live over Zoom tonight to answer some of the questions that popped up today is Dr. Brian Donnelly, a pediatrician with AHN. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Thanks, Megan. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Dr. Donnelly, are your patients' parents asking about this already?
Yes. In fact, today, a couple of questions about it, so they know.
What can you tell us about the trial and how the vaccine behaved in these younger children in comparison to adults?
The results are better than the results in adults. 100% obviously can't do any better than that. And in terms of safety, the side effects look to be similar to what were experienced in adults as well.
Could we soon hear news, you think, about even younger children being able to be vaccinated?
Right. And there are trials ongoing for younger age groups as well. Right now, 2 to 5 years is the youngest that they're starting in a couple of weeks. And the plan would be to get from 6 months and older as well.
What questions have parents had for you on this topic?
Mostly, when will it be available? The concern would be, will it be ready by the next school year?
Is there anything that parents would need to look out for if their child does get a vaccine? Anything they would need to keep an eye on?
The usual vaccine side effects: soreness and feeling achy the next day, sometimes low-grade fever, but most of the side effects would be similar to what you'd experience with a regular shot that you would get for a different reason.
Some people might be thinking we've been talking this whole time about how children are low risk. Is this something you think is necessary?
That's a great question. There is some data saying that children are not particularly good at spreading the COVID virus, but they are kind of an unknown pool that could potentially spread it. We know with other diseases like influenza, they are very good at spreading, and they're more likely to spread germs to older people who might be more vulnerable. And that would be the biggest concern about COVID, that it could be spread in the same way.
My last question for you is, what would you say to a parent who's on the fence?
On the fence right now? I think that's a good place to be, because as you mentioned, it's not been peer reviewed yet. It hasn't been approved by the FDA. These are preliminary data. This study was a little bit more than 2,000 people. So to get more people in the studies, more data, then I would think about coming on one side of the fence or not, depending on the data.
Well, Dr. Brian Donnelly, thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you.